let's look at the other facts of the case. When they brought the approval, finally, all right, the team from the Oyo State government and Music House went on a site inspection, and the following things were discovered. The first thing is that that land, all right, had been encroached upon. The size of the land that was given to Music House, okay, is not what they're operating on. The building size measured 29.7 meters by 21.6 meters on ground, as against 11.925 meters by 10.20 meters in the survey plan submitted by Music House. So there's a contravention. Now, let us look at the next thing. The building has encroached into the site distance. If you look at that building, and I have the drawing here, okay, there is a Y junction there. There is a Y junction there. From that Y junction, if you're coming in from Lagelu Estate, it becomes a blind spot because you cannot see traffic that is coming from there. Now, there are structures on that land that were not in the plan. For example, a kitchen is attached, all right, which is not in the plan. Toilet is attached, which is not in the plan. A store is attached to the wall fence. Powerhouse is attached. A mast is erected. It is not in the plan because when they came for the initial approval, it was supposed to be office complex, not a radio station. And if you have to do a radio station, you have to do a mast. So a mast is development, and therefore you need to get government's approval. The spiral staircase on site is not included in the plan. The basement has been converted to an event center. These are the things. And let me put it this way. Government just said, come forward to regularize. Okay. But they did not come forward to regularize. Rather, they went to the media. And I'm saying that based on the things that have been said, government is of laws and not of man. Okay? And there are many people that government wrote. All radio stations were written because there is an upsurge of radio stations in Oyo State. All right? Okay, so from 5 radio stations in 2015 or 6 thereabout to 27 that we are talking about now, all of them are using residential buildings and for commercial purposes. And government says, come and regularize it. Simple. People wrote back to us. Beat FM wrote back to us. Niger FM wrote. They came, and this is not peculiar to your state. And pardon me, let me say it, because I am a professional in this industry too. By the grace of God, I was privileged to start a radio station in Ogun State. Ask Ogun State government. If they did not write to Sweet FM in Abeokuta, they asked for our mast, they asked for where we were transmitting from. Toya Rulogu, I wrote back to them. Let them show us the letter after the demolition notice that said, we've received your demolition notice. Please, XYZ. Nothing of such. That's not the way to do it. And before we got on set, you asked if this thing could have been resolved. Yes, it could have been resolved. It certainly could have been resolved. But they chose to go the other way. And government must do what it had to do. There's a building contravention, there's a planning contravention, and government gave you ample time. Since 2017, this engagement started. So I don't know, it's not something that just somebody woke up and said, go and demolish, yes.
You said that since 2017 the engagement started. Was it before or after the visit of the governor to the station?
I wasn't in the government when the governor visited the station. I wasn't, all right? I think the governor visited, from what I know, when there were crashes in the education sector, and he had not appointed a cabinet there, which is something that if you have time we can get back to, because I'm being accused of something, but I don't really care about that. My job here is to state the facts from government's perspective. Okay. And I'm saying that I have all the documents here. And let me say this.
So, sorry, before you go on, is it possible then that you did not know about the governor's statement there where he was quoted as saying that he was approached by some to get that building demolished, but he
I've listened to it. I wasn't there. I've listened to it. Yes, the governor said so. Okay. What is wrong with that? The man said, when I became governor in 2011, people advised me to demolish this building. I said, why? For political reasons. And he said he wasn't going to demolish it for political reasons. That if he wasn't supporting him then, he could still support him later. What is wrong with that? And the governor commended the interior, the studio. He said it was the best he had seen. What is wrong with that? Did the governor go around the place to encroach, to inspect whether it had encroached the land? We are talking about laws here. We're not talking about sentiments, which is what has been happening. And yes, everybody can be sentimental, and honestly, they are entitled to it. But I think, in my own opinion, all right, that things could have been done better. And I am saying, when they use the governor's audio, fine, no problem. Planning is dynamic. When the governor spoke, he wasn't aware that people were dying or going to be dying there. I will tell you, I have a list of people, and I can quote them. Daniel Ilisomi, Lead City University, Google it, you see it. there. Fresh FM staff, Olufemi Oluwajobi, there. Ayo Fadiran, there. And I tell you, there is never a wrong time to take a right decision. Okay? Well, people might say it's not popular, but popular doesn't have to be right, and right doesn't have to be popular. So these are the issues that we are talking about. Okay, people are entitled to sentiments, no problem. But I'm saying that these are the facts of the case. Government did not wake up one day to say go and demolish Music House. Government had been engaging, and these are all the documents. Some of them have been online, and everything is here. Unless they are saying that they did not receive it, or they don't have any staff called Adebisi Akikumi who received the letter, or are they saying that, and even in what you played, the man said his architect is working on it. Okay, is it known to government? Did he get back to government?
Okay, so is it that demolition was the only option? Couldn't the building have been sealed?
At that point in time, there was nothing else. There was nothing else that could be done. Yeah, because nobody was engaging government. Rather, they were going to social media and be talking. And that is why it's a major lesson we need to learn. For me, this is self-inflicted.
Okay. Mr. Akindele, you got the notice of demolition on Monday.
Yes.
And you went to court on Tuesday.
Yeah.
No, on Thursday.
No,
he said Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday,
Wednesday.
Okay, Tuesday, Wednesday.
You can't go to court on 2 days.
Is it
No.
possible?
So just
Let
me get.
So, is it possible that you could, instead of going to court, why didn't you think of engaging government when you got the letter?
We were following up on these things on all fronts because they've served a document that came like an emergency. We needed to protect ourselves with the same law they think they want to use against us. Now, let me go to some of the things they had said, because the last thing he said now, that's really, really making me sad, because he is opening another wound. When we lost a colleague, January 1st this year, it was like Ibadan didn't know peace at that time, because a reckless driver hit somebody, hit and run driver, and you want to blame it on Fresh FM. The Lee City University student that died, the guy is dead now. I don't want to say certain things, but that happened about 600 meters away from Fresh FM building, the Music House. I don't know the other person he mentioned. If you know how that road is, you understand that somebody is just trying to be economical with the throw and something that is not ours on our neck. So he talked about the junction. He talked about the infractions. See, all these things were noticed. And when it happened, when they brought the first letter, the first thing my chairman did was to send somebody to the Bureau of Physical Planning, because they asked for the approved plan. I have it here. That was what they asked for. Then when they came to do the measurement, they came to measure the entire complex. With our support, of course, we took them round. We were not hiding anything. The staff canteen, the generator house, the spiral step came because of the construction that happened, because we lost some plot of land too to that road in 2012, for which government paid no compensation to us. And we had to move the fence back. So we had a see-through fence made of iron that you can know that, oh, this is a building here, or you can see something that is going on the road. That was what we did. They called that infraction. Fine. Masked everything. What we asked for then was revalidation. And for us to do that, what you asked for was what we were doing, redrawing the plan, having those things there, then you revalidate. But I think...
But as you're doing this, were you communicating with the government? Because from what he's saying, there was
we did.
This is 18th of August.
You need to check,
we need to bring all of this to the fore.
Check some of those letters, when they were written and who collected, at what date it was collected. You need to really see through.
The letter I'm saying that dated 18th of August was signed for on the 21st.
Yes. Original copy. Adebisi Akikumi, don't they have a staff who is there?
The first one. No, there is no staff like that.
Okay, fine. No problem. When you get to the court, you can.
We don't have a staff like that.
Then there's no need for us to be arguing here, because
so Honorable Commissioner, please allow me. So
you're not in charge here. You're not in charge. Please.
Well,
he's in charge.
It's my turn to say something.
He's in charge.
It's okay. So you were saying?
So when they brought all those things, we reacted.
Well, I asked a question about the letter. You said you don't have an Adebisi in your office.
No.
So nobody like that signed for a letter.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
So we kept engaging them, going there. We made 3 visits to the bureau. 3 visits with documents. And because the architect was working on it, we also communicated that. You know, see,
how did you communicate this?
Exactly.
Is it a letter?
They didn't ask us to write. They said, come forward with your approved plan. And that is what we did. We went there. That was what necessitated their coming. The last time they came, you know, the second time they came to do the measurement. If we had not been, you know, communicating with them, they wouldn't. They even came, and they came a day. They couldn't do the measurement. They came back the other day because the persons that should take them around were not around. So if you are saying that we did not communicate, but something brought you to that place after we reacted to your first letter, so that's the point here.